So you're looking to buy a Rolex Submariner from your AD. You want to know which ones sell for above their retail price and which ones sit below. Today, we're going to rank each Submariner model from worst to best in terms of market value. We're going to cover the current generation 41mm models. Each one has a retail price and a market price. The examples we'll refer to are in unworn condition with 2023 dated papers. Right then, so today we're doing the Submariner, okay? This is Rolex's most iconic model. It's the one I've been looking forward to. What do we have in the D tier?
So, starting off, we have the yellow gold 126618 LN, and we have the 126619 LB, white gold.
Okay, so these are both full gold watches, and these watches in the D tier are under RRP. So what is the reason these two watches are in the D tier?
So the reason these two watches are in the D tier is because Rolex have actually increased their price 3 times in the last 24 months.
Okay.
Meaning that gold pieces have seen the highest increase in monetary value. And with the black dial, as opposed to the blue dial, we've always seen a less demand for the watch, and also the fact that you see actually less in the market.
Yeah, and the white gold, that's called the Blueberry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that has the highest retail price, 35,300, but the market price around 31K. Okay, that's the biggest drop. So you're gonna lose the most money if you buy that with the intention to sell it. On the flip side, it probably offers the best value, right? If you're somebody who wants a full gold watch, but you're also a stealth wealth kind of person.
Yeah, so it's a very understated way to have a £30,000 gold watch on your wrist, put it that way.
Right then, so C tier, what are we looking at?
So C tier, we've only got one, so we've got a 126618 LB, this time being with the blue dial.
Yeah, okay, so in the C tier, these are watches which are up to £2,500 under the RRP.
Yeah.
So this is the 126618 LB. This is the full gold blue Submariner. It's the same watch as the black yellow gold Submariner.
Yeah.
However, it's just more popular in the market.
Yeah, so the blues always carried the bigger premium over the black, but again, still under retail price.
Yeah, it's about £1,000 more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all we've got in the C tier. Again, this is an underlist watch, so all of the full gold Submariners are underlist.
Yeah.
Let's move into the B tier. So this is the first tier that we're seeing watches that trade above the RRP.
Yeah.
And in here, we've got the two-tone watches.
Yeah, so we've got the 126613 LB and we've got the 126613 LN. So again, blue and the black.
So I'm seeing a £1,500 difference between the premium that you'd pay to get one of these watches on the pre-owned market. Why is the blue more than the black? Is it just the same story as the full gold?
So it's the same story as the full gold. The blues always outperform the black.
Okay, right then. I mean, I think as well, the black is very similar to the steel models, right? So if you already have a steel Submariner and you're looking to get a steel and gold, the blues may be a more obvious choice because there's more contrast between the watches.
Exactly. So with the steel Submariner, it's obviously got the black ceramic bezel, black dial, whereas if you want a bit of a change and you still want a Submariner, you're getting a totally different looking watch.
Also, you do get the sunray dial with the blue, whereas on the black, it's like a gloss finish.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, let's move into the A tier and see what we have.
So A tier, we've got 3 watches. So we have the 126610 LV, we've got the 124060, and we've got the 126610 LN, which is the Submariner date, non-date, and the Starbucks.
All steel watches.
All stainless steel watches, all carrying a pretty big premium.
I mean, these are the bread and butter Rolexes, right?
Exactly,
I think this is, the Submariner is a watch that a lot of Rolex collectors want in their collection.
Yeah.
I notice as well, this is the Mark 1 Starbucks.
So this is the Mark 1 Starbucks. Recently we've seen Rolex produce the Mark 2 bezel, which is the lighter green, which is almost homage to the original Kermit. And this one is obviously the darker green, the original Starbucks.
The colour of this bezel, I think, is identical to the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas the new one, like you say, this one's more of a bluey green, and I would say the new one is more of a yellowy green. So between the date and the non-date sub, the premium that you pay in the secondary market is very similar, but which one do you actually sell more of on a daily basis?
So on a daily basis, we actually get asked about the Submariner date more than the non-date. We actually see less in the store off the non-date. I think that reason being is because if you're going to get one from the AD, out of the two from the non-date to the date, you are going to get more profit obviously buying the Submariner Date, unless you're going to go for the Starbucks, which is going to be a harder watch to obtain from the AD.
Okay, then let's have a look at the S tier.
So S tier, we just have one watch, which is actually similar to this one. So this is a 126610 LV, again, a Starbucks, but this time it's the Mark II.
Yeah.
So it's got the, you see the lighter green bezel as opposed to the darker green. This is carrying the biggest premium of them all.
Yeah, so this is over £5,000. So you're paying about £1,000 more to have the new bezel.
Yeah.
However, I've noticed in the store, this one seems to be quite popular.
Yeah, so as of recent times, across the whole Submariner range, this is the watch that I sell the most of. Ever since it's been released, everyone's clicking on to the fact that it is the lighter green bezel. It's more like the original Kermit and not the darker green. And I just think everyone's preferring this over the original one.
Yeah, and it's the newest thing.
And it's the newest thing, and everyone wants the newest.
It's the latest and greatest. So now that we can see all of the Submariners on the board, overall, what is the watch that you sell the most of?
So across the whole board, it's got to be the black Submariner Date.
Yeah.
The 126610LN reference, since it came out in 2020, has always just been the best watch for us, and it's the watch we get asked about the most.
And then in terms of the public offering watches for Watchtrader to buy, what's the most common watch that you get offered?
Again, I would actually say it's between the Submariner Date and the Starbucks.
And is there any reason for that?
Yeah, so the main reason is obviously the profit in these watches is the highest out of all of them. They carry the biggest premium above the retail price. So therefore, the people that do want to flip from the AD are going to make the most profit with getting these watches. Because if they ask for something like this or this, they're going to be losing thousands of pounds.
So where do you see the most value in the market right now?
So the most value I would say is got to be the steel and gold black Submariner. It carries the lowest premium above retail price. And if you're comparing it to a Starbucks at £13,750, this is £300 less. I think you're getting a lot more value for money with it being a half precious metal watch as opposed to the full steel. That's just my opinion. And it also depends on obviously what you're looking for. If you have steel watches in your collection, a two-tone's always nice to add to it as well.
All right then, that wraps it up. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Okay, so if you are interested in buying a Submariner, be sure to get in touch with Josh. He'll look after you at Watchtrader. So, what do you think? Do you agree with the way that the market ranks the Submariner models? Or do you think there's going to be some changes moving into 2024? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.